Hey, hello everybody. Wait a minute. There we go. No one's here yet.
No one's there. Okay. My microphone has been unmuted. All right.
Yeah, it muted when I went on that. I just got the notification that we can't went live. So
Okay, so people should be filing in. I'm not able to see the chat or anything like that because I'm on this separate browser.
okay.
Um, I've got everything else shrunk down, minimized. So all I
Yeah, I
have
got
is
somebody watching. Wait, I got to turn on the chat so I can see who it is. Okay. Martian Murray and Gun. Oh, that's me. Oh, wait a minute. It's
Oh, look,
putting me
there's
on
a
there
chat
twice as Gunner.
45 and Fretworks.
Yeah.
Martian Murray, what's up, dude?
What's happening, Martian? So we are live on YouTube and Twitch.
Billy
Billy
Ray!
Ray.
What's going on,
So
man?
surprise for everybody tonight. Well, since a few people's here right now, let's do the intro again real quick.
Yeah.
All right, welcome everybody. And as you can see, we have myself and Mr. MPN.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? Good to
Longtime
be here.
friend, lives about 4 hours from me. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And if you
And
notice
I've got Cosmo here.
if you notice the background, it's to go with the guitar.
I should stand up. Oh, I might fall over.
That
Ron
is
did a great job painting this.
Yep. That's a paint job I did for MPN. And it is the Kramer Cosmo. And I kind of wanted to have him show that off tonight. So I'm not monetized, so you can pretty much play whatever you want.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Billy Ray.
Something like that.
In honor of Sir Randy Rhodes.
Yes, sir.
Mad
God
Hatter.
bless. Hey, Mad Hatter. What's up, dude?
So there you go, guys. Mad, since you just got here, if you notice the background is like a Cosmos, that's because MPN is holding his Cosmo Kramer. I know I've shown pictures of it over and over again, but kind of see it for real right there. And that's automotive clear on that thing. And it's the first time I've ever done anything that style I've never messed with the glitters and stuff before like that, and the mica powders. So I was kind of weary when I did that, and it turned out fabulous. I just wish I would have put some red on the front.
Yeah, I mean, it turned out great though, but it's tough to see all the intricate stuff
Yeah.
unless you're up close. And my camera is probably a $15 piece of junk, and it's not showing the true beauty of this guitar. It really is nice. Probably, if you showed the pictures that you actually have from the paint session or whatever, or when it was finished, that might even show it better.
Yeah, it will. I'm just turning the mic up a little bit. So, yeah, what I have going on here with and this, well, again, this is under a bunch of light though too. Hold on here. I end up putting stuff in albums so I can find what's what. Makes it a little bit quicker. Okay. So like if he takes that out in the sunlight,
there you
that's
go.
what you end up seeing.
Yep.
That's the front of it. And then the back is where the red is, and I wish to God I'd have put more red in it. So, but that's kind of like why I did the background behind us like this, because it is Cosmo Kramer time.
Woohoo!
And I know, hey Zach.
Thong, what's up, dude?
And sadly, today is 44th anniversary of losing Randy Rhoads.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people were like, well, he might not have stayed with us. Well, he may have. He may, he was contracted through another tour and one more studio album. But
that I didn't know.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was contracted through one more tour and one more studio album. But his brother Kelly said Randy only wanted to quit touring. He still would have recorded the music with Ozzy.
Yeah.
But someone else would have played it live.
Huh.
How that would have went, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of like having studio musicians come in and do the whole album, and then they're Whitesnake. In '87, it was all Adrian Vandenberg, Vivian Campbell, but they were playing John Sykes music. So, because John is the one that actually recorded all that stuff.
Okay.
So that's kind of what would have happened here. Randy would have recorded it, and they would have had someone else play it. So, but yeah, I had asked MPN last week to join. We couldn't get the links to work, and figuring it out some here between both of us, and we got it. Excuse me. So I do know I'm learning each show. I learn a little bit more about this stuff. And, and it is a learning curve. But we are streaming tonight to the regular Fretworks channel and Twitch. We're streaming live to Twitch right now too. Unfortunately, I don't know how many's on where they are watching. It just shows me overall. So, unless I don't know, maybe if I click it. No, it doesn't tell me. So,
Louis, the Blizzard of Oz was kind of a solo project. I mean, they were the Blizzard of Oz until Sharon said they weren't.
Yeah.
And used Ozzy's name. Right?
Yep. Yeah, she's the one that decided to make it Ozzy and in the band.
Right, right.
And
And also, was it she who wouldn't let the poor keyboard player out on stage to be shown, as a member of the band?
from
I
what
don't
I've
even.
heard, yes,
Uh,
yes. Why
uh,
I don't know. Um,
wasn't very rock and roll, I guess, back then.
well, I mean, look at Deep Purple though. They had
Ah,
John Lord on there. Just his keyboard. When I saw Deep Purple for their Perfect Strangers tour, he did a solo, and he like rose up in the stage, and he was just like, kind of like the Tommy Lee drum set thing, except he didn't turn upside down, but he was almost. I mean, it was like he was just rocking back and forth playing the keyboards.
yeah.
So it was kind of cool. But yeah, it was different. And
Peggy. Hey, Peg.
hi, Peggy. I remember hearing an interview, hearing about an interview, and it's been so long ago since I've watched or listened to it. But I remember somebody saying that they were not allowed to film. Um, oh my God, what was the keyboard player's name? I forgot it.
I don't even know.
Don Airy. They didn't want.
Don-
She didn't want Don Airy in any of the shots.
Huh.
So why? I mean, who knows? I don't know why. It kind
That
of
might have
sucks
been
because,
someone else she had to pay.
well, yeah, exactly.
I don't
No
know.
matter what, it all comes down to money.
Yeah.
When bands break up and then they won't get back together with the original members, it's all money. Everything unfortunately comes down to money, one way or the other. Now the whole deal with Sebastian Bach and Skid Row, I, I mean, he's available and he's who
Yeah.
everybody wants to hear,
And
but
he's
they
singing
won't
for.
do it, for whatever reason. But I can tell you, when I was working the shows, the first time when their first album came out and they were opening, who was it? I worked the show anyhow, and I was sitting in because we got to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner with the guys.
Yeah.
So it was lunchtime, and I was the loader on the semi truck. So we were done first, and on the unloads we were done first, but in loading back up at night we were done last. But we never left the back of the truck. We stayed up in the truck, and everybody had to run everything up to us up the ramp.
Wow.
But so I was down there eating lunch with all the guys of Skid Row except for Sebastian Bach. He wasn't there. I mean, he was there, but wasn't in the lunchroom yet. So I'm sitting at a table just talking to them guys about guitars, about the LA scene, everything. And all of a sudden, he busts through the doors and didn't really say too much, and kind of like went to the food table and grabbed a couple things, and he kept looking around. I said, "What's he doing?" He said, "Looking for compliments. He's the god." And that was their first album. So it was like there was already tension there. At least it seemed like it.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah. I was like, wow. Rachel, the one with the earring that went through his nose ring, he was the one. He's like, man, never mind. So there was already issues starting, and I can, we can only imagine how bad everything is now for them not to want to come back and with him. Because I mean, as a fan, I would love to see all the original members up there together.
Sure. But what, I can imagine what kind of a pain in the butt it's going to be older now and still be
And try to do
expected
that, yeah.
to perform. He was 18 years old back then. 18 in life, you got it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's what? I don't know how old, but probably 54 or 5, something like that. And it's tough. It's getting tougher. And I know
Oh, yeah.
that because since I turned whatever age I am, it's getting tougher.
Let me ask the computer. How old is singer Sebastian Bach?
Sebastian Bach is 57 years old.
57. Man, he looks
Yeah.
rough. He looks older than me.
Born in 1968.
Okay, computer, stop.
That milestone this year. Pretty wild.
Computer, stop. Wow. But yeah. Hey,
Play Miley
Steve,
Cyrus.
Michael, Mickey. Hey, what's up? Lewis. Yeah, Lewis was fortunate enough to see Randy.
Steve Gunner, Michael B, Michael Sattermeyer. Hey guys. Lewis.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. We are live on YouTube and Twitch. And I have an alternate view camera if you guys want to see. The wall you hardly ever get to see, which is this one right here. You always see this stuff behind me and to my right, but you don't get to see directly behind me or to the left. So here's a real... There you go. That is everything right here. Gibson, ESP /J Frog, Sandoval, and it's basically a complete Fender Strat except for the body, which is Leo Jams. And down here, some Kellys, and then back here. So, and there's a lighted Charvel sign there, and the yellow one you kind of see is a Jackson, but the camera's kind of blurring them out. So,
Do all your Kellys have a reverse headstock?
I don't have no. All my Kellys, my son-in-law now has.
Oh.
Warrior. What did I say, Kelly? That's a Warrior. That's reverse headstock. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 5, 6. I only have six guitars here that with reverse headstocks. So,
Very good.
RJ, welcome.
I find them hard for string changes. Making me do it lefty is just, I'm not coordinated with it yet. I've always had, standard right hand headstock.
I actually like the looks of a reverse headstock.
Yeah,
And,
no doubt.
And I do know some people who will actually wind the string the opposite way on a reverse. So when you're doing it, it's kind of, it's messed up how they do it. But
Yeah,
you can get it, you can wind it so you can turn it either way to get it to work. And on some guitars it will work fine. It depends on the angle and the kind of headstock it's on it.
right.
Some ways if you put the strings the wrong way, it'll kind of overhang the headstock too bad, and it won't. Obviously it could still work, but it just looks bad. So you kind of adapt to it.
Yeah.
RJ and Mad Hatter. Let's see, and Michael B. and Steve and Zach. I don't know how long you guys have been in here total, but MPN, if you would hold that up again. Here's the Cosmo Kramer that I did last year for him. So that's why I did this galaxy type background behind us. That's basically what that looks like. You get it out in bright light or in the sun, it really stands out. The only mistake I made on that is I wish I'd have put some of that red on the front.
You're probably wondering, what in the hell is this? This is, where's my brain? It is Velcro. It's Velcro.
For no sliding?
For no sliding, yeah.
Yep.
I didn't have black, so I just had the white piece there. It's, nobody sees it yet.
But yeah, that is a finished guitar that you guys can see. And again, under bright lights.
Show the headstock.
Yeah, and yeah, he wanted the 5150 instead of the Kramer logo. And then
Grip
I
tape.
had put on the back a little decal that said Cosmo on it. I'm sure you probably took that off.
What?
But that, yeah, under lights or in the sunlight, that's what it looks like. That's the front, and here's the back.
Mickey, no, that's not a Princeton. That is a Vibroverb. 93 to 95, I think, is when they were made. It's got 2 10s in it, and it's about 30 watts. And it sounds very mid-rangey.
Did you put these Celestians in the other one?
The ones that you sent me?
Yeah.
I put them in the Vibroverb, yeah.
Okay. There you go. You like this metal show? Check us out, MPN.
So that's what it sounded like clean. That's with a, if I have a split pickup or like, a Strat or like my Gem, it does sound a lot nicer. But
I forget which pickup is in that.
In this it's a Duncan. I think it's just a standard JP.
Okay.
I forget anymore with all these pickups.
I've swapped so many pickups and stuff, and then put new ones in other ones. I'm having a hard time now remembering what's in what. So I actually, here's a good idea for you guys. It is called. It was free, and it's from Music Nomad. It's an app you can download. It's called Guitar Tracker.
Guitar Tracker.
Yep. And here's what it looks like on the. Like a guy in yellow. Right there. Come on, focus. Well, anyhow, you open it up, and you can add all your gear, guitars and everything, and photos, serial numbers, what you've done to it, what's in it, so it's always there for you. And also, insurance claim if you need them.
Yep.
So it's all right there.
That's a really good idea.
Here is let's see. Well, I do have one on here that I don't own anymore.
Give me a sec here. Steve Gunner. Hey, man. Yes, it's a Losi XE. It's the newest one that I'm aware of. Battery powered. And Lewis, the hat. Original Van Halen logo? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know if you call that the original logo or the toothpaste logo or whatever it is, but since it's camouflage, so all you can see is the Van Halen.
Can't even tell he's wearing a hat.
Yeah.
So go ahead and play a little bit, MPN. Yeah, I'll show you.
There's a little bit of Van. We don't have copyrights on this channel.
Yeah.
We can play whatever we want.
noticed behind MPN, he is a big fan of RC cars.
Yeah, yeah. There's my above here is my buggy, and then over here is my truggy. The truggy is basically it's a buggy mixed with a monster truck, so it's got bigger tires and a wider stance, and it goes over more stuff.
I've seen his cars in action. He's sent me videos. It's neat. Steve Gunner, be good, brother.
See you later, bro.
So, your Van Halen guitar hanging there. Can you show that?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that Cosmo, that was the first time I'd worked with glitter and stuff like that on a guitar. And, you know, it was just kind of like, I didn't know what to expect.
So here's it's an EVH, the standard Stripe Series relic that I added a real Floyd. It's an 84 black Floyd on here, and I put the dumb quarter on it. And what I also did was I put a switch, three-way switch down here to activate the neck pickup, and I left the middle dead so I could flick it.
So you
And
get
then,
the kill switch
of course,
act. Yeah.
But yeah. So I get the kill switch action just by hitting the middle section selection, and then the humbucker. But all my guitars get the MXR knobs. I got a neat little Van Halen sticker on the back just to make sure I know it's mine. Because if you put 30 of these in a pile, you won't know which one is yours. But yeah, that's
pretty
it.
cool. And you think about that, the original guitar was $50 for the body and $80 for the neck.
Oh my God! And I paid over $1,500, I think, for this.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you know what?
Yeah.
What's so funny is the day I got it, I opened up the box and I looked at it and I said, "What a piece of shit!" Oh my God! I couldn't believe how simple it was. The pickup just screwed right into the face of the body. You know, the I was used to the recessed Floyd rose, so this being on top of the body was weird to me, and it looked like a hunk of shit. But after I played it a while, I tweaked it and I did this, and I took the pickup and I straightened it out. They come crooked, like all Kramers, but I straightened it out because the heck with all that crooked pickups nonsense.
Now, you know there's going to be some die-hard Eddie fans they're going to burn you at the cross for that.
Yeah, well, he did that out of necessity. Because the pickup was bigger and it didn't fit and it wasn't hitting all the strings, so he tilted it a little bit. And
Now,
made the string.
you know, you said you didn't like the Floyd decked. So are you on my thinking that if you only use a decked Floyd, you're only using half the Floyd?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. No,
I've
I
been
like
saying that for years.
I like to pull up a lot, or just give it a little wiggle like Alan Holdsworth.
Mm-hmm.
But I love going total Steve Vai on it and just wow, you know.
There you go. Wait, Michael B asked a question. Hold on. Ron, should we do a stream and talk out the refinish interview of the Kramer you worked on? Are you talking about the giveaway guitar? Greasy. Yeah, that's coming up after this one.
Nice Hatter.
Super Strat, single swing. There you go.
Greasy Monkey's here. What's up, brother? No,
Oh.
it's nice.
Yeah. Michael B. Yes, we can do that. We can go over that. we can schedule that for like a couple weeks from now. Would that be okay? So I know that it's bench chat, and tonight I did not. Today all week's been extremely busy. I was not able to get the one routed I did Monday yet, so therefore I really didn't have much to work on tonight. I did put this on the bench. Hold on. And what I gotta do is I'm gonna tear that apart, but I thought if I can get MPN on here, because he tried to get on Monday and we couldn't get the link to work, kind of do more like kind of wanted to talk a little bit about Randy Rhoads, Ozzy, Bob Daisley, Lee Kerslick, and then of course the guitars. And that for those of you just joining, the background that you see behind our photos is in kind of a tribute to MPN's Cosmo Kramer.
I'll get this camera down pat soon. And you know what I love about this is it's a maple neck.
Yep.
And it's a nice neck. Kramer did a good job when they made these necks so far.
And that was the blue neck, right?
Yep.
Okay. Because I do know that neck isn't going anywhere in that body, because that was so freaking tight to get in there. I almost could have got away with no screws in it. That's how tight it was.
I like them like.
Because reason being is that's the white Kramer body, which was Indonesia.
No, China.
China for the white body. The neck was Indonesia.
Yeah.
Okay, I know because there was the blue with the blue head stock, and then the white with white, and I swapped the necks because you wanted the maple neck, that maple neck.
Right, that blue one.
Yeah, so that's what that ended up being. But I'm telling you, I actually had a clamp start pressing that in there. So I wanted it to be tight, but I didn't realize it was going to be that tight. So I told him when I got it in there, I called him, I said, hey, Mike, I said, I'm going to tell you right now, this neck's never going to move on you.
I'm glad it got in there.
Let's see what Michael B. Also have a telly I want to. Yeah, Michael B., I'll help you. If we can do that, on here, we'll do that. Excuse me. We can do shows like that where help you out while you're doing it. If you don't mind going live and working on it live. Mad, we'll work on something, trust me. Like I said, I've said this for the last few weeks. What I want to do, obviously not every show, but like every once a month, maybe sometimes twice a month, have people that's in the chat regularly come on the show. We'll do a show with you. You can show your guitars. We can talk about stuff, that you do, what you're using, how you're using it, why you're using it. And in his case, who custom painted the guitar. But, I remember that one. Hey, I got to tell you this, though, about that guitar. I believe I'm the only one he ever trusted to send that to.
Yep.
There you go. Look at that. Mr. Vi's signature on the back. Billy Ray. Yeah, he sent me that guitar last year, and he'd bought a neck for it. And the neck, I had to cut the neck down to get it in the body. Just the heel part of the neck.
Yeah, shave it down on both sides.
Which there's a lot of people who've never worked on guitars or never did anything like that. A mistake they make a lot of times is they'll shave the neck down but only do it on one side.
Right, that shifts the whole thing.
Yep, then everything goes down. So we did on both sides, got it in there, and the neck felt like a freaking ski.
Yeah.
So wide. I mean, it felt like he was like this. Literally, it was wide. So
Yeah.
if you want to explain it, hey, Mr. Mick, oh, the parts came today, sir. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. I can't even talk now. Much appreciated. Yeah, I got to turn it down a little bit, Peggy. Sorry about that. I forgot. I added it on the gain, but forgot to slide the slider down. So there. Is that any better?
Sounds good to
I'm
me.
hoping it is. So, yeah. What was the neck? I mean, what? It was all. It felt like to me, it felt like a 7-string thick, wide neck, fitted on for a 6-string body. I mean, that thing was wide.
Yeah. And it started with an R5 nut, so the neck had to be however much wider than an R5 nut to accommodate the nut. So I don't know what it measured, but it was a little bit more than 1 3/4.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I think it was a lot more than 1 3/4.
uh,
Because I had an extra wide neck put on my ESP when I ordered it back in '87, and then when I felt that neck that he sent over, I was like, oh my god! It was like, all the other guitars felt like banjo necks compared to that thing.
yeah, yeah. I'll tell you what though, when I took that neck off and I put the original back on, it was like totally, oh, I'm home.
You're like,
It felt good. And
Yeah,
I'm
that
not going
neck
to make that mistake again. I'm trying
did
to
you end
sell
up
it.
selling it?
No, it's still up. It's still up on Reverb. I got
If
people.
anybody wants a wide neck for an Ibanez, he's got one.
Yes, I do.
I mean, it's wide. It's nice. It's got the inlay like that. It's very nice. It
Yeah,
was just
it's
wide.
not
Let's
too
see,
thick.
Peggy, Greasy, Mr. Mick, Zach. Glad everybody's here saying hi. So we are live. For those of you who don't know, we are live on YouTube and Twitch now. So
Twitch. Play that thing.
MPN, play the thing.
There. I woke up this morning broke, sticky, and confused.
But Mr. Vi did sign that for him.
Yes, sir. He even named it. This guitar's name is Ove, O-V-E, which is a reflection of Evo, EVO. So I saw him on his Real Reflections tour, and I told him, I was thinking about naming it, the reverse of Evo, Ove, and he goes, Ove, all right, and he went and he wrote it on the body where it goes, but then it wore off, and I cleaned it, and it wore off some more, and I went, screw it, I'll just throw some stickers on it, But it used to say Ove, like his says Evo. I've got pictures somewhere, but I don't have the ability to show them.
There you go.
Just jamming.
So you guys know that I am doing continuously doing songs now, and no, they're not with AI. But I had sent a problem I was having. I had a kind of a thing I liked, and when I moved from that area, getting back to it, I couldn't figure out what would sound right. So I sent it to MPN. I said, "Here you go. If you can help me, I'd appreciate it." And he worked on it, figured some stuff out. So, but I didn't tell you yet. So this is new to you right now, along with you're here with everybody else. When it comes time to record that song, you're going to be on it too.
Oh, wow.
So there you go. Matter of fact, you can even come up with a solo for it once we get the song done. You can be the solo player. So this
Cool.
is what I'm doing. I'm trying to incorporate people into all this stuff. So, surprise, MPN. There you go.
Okay, the thing I have to let you know about, though, is that I suffer from great lag of, what's it called? When your computer lags when you record something? Latency.
Well, what I'll do is I'll send you the file of like the rhythm guitar and the drum. Then you just record it yourself on there, then send it back to me.
Yeah, okay, all right.
You can do it that way. So there you go. So you'll be on one of my songs too. So you're actually going to be part of the Dying to Play band.
Right on.
There you go.
Zach, yeah. Billy Ray, my setup? Are you asking me what's my setup? I'm running right now a Wampler Pinnacle Deluxe distortion pedal. It's like a Plexi Marshall in a box. And that's going into my Fender Vibe Reverb and my Super Reverb together. I also stole the little idea from Nuno. I've got a Rat that is barely on. It barely does anything, but it adds just a little touch of attack to the note. So I've got that on. But otherwise, at home here, I run the 5150 Overdrive from MXR, and I've got a Line 6 DL4 delay, the big green one with the 4 buttons, and then a Strymon Lex, which is a rotary, and it's got a separate foot switch to adjust the swell. Just recently I got an octave pedal, the what is it, OC5, which is pretty cool, because it lets you play a chord without, it's like it senses that you're playing more than one note, and it chills the effect until you're back to playing single notes. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but see, I can play a chord, but as soon as I go back to single notes, you can really hear the effect.
I like that. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's pretty
Throw that
cool.
in the solo for the song.
All right. And then I quiet it all down with a Decimator 2.
I
That's
got
a
one
pedal.
of those.
You can show that. That's a Decimator 2. And then I got one of those 8-port power sending units. Yeah, there it is. The Decimator 2.
Love this one.
Keeps the
And
rig quiet.
For years when we played live, I did have the Boss noise gate, which through the 80s, we were actually in the band. I actually started the band in late 84 and we went to 94. Yeah, and that's what I used originally. And then Cole ended up with the original one of these, the first one.
Yeah.
And then he got the 2, and I was like, holy crap. So I ended up buying one. So then I got to the Helix. Now I don't need it.
Yeah, you don't need it. But they're good to have around because you might need it someday.
Yeah. Yep.
when you're running 18 stacks.
Full bore.
Yeah.
I would love to do the George Lynch thing and take a couple stacks outside and just max everything and play.
Oh, that would be so
I know
awesome.
the police would be here in about 3 minutes. So, all right, we have a
Yeah.
question from Lewis. What is your method for practicing on guitar? Scales, modes with metronome, play along with a song?
Huh.
For me, anymore, it's anymore now, that I'm going to be 61, I just pick it up and just start playing. Or I'll turn a song on and play with the song or figure out a new song that way. But for years, I did the other stuff. Everything. Initially I was going to say yes to all of it, but that was, as younger, I was doing it more. And then as I got older, you kind of get used to it, and you learn it and you know it. So I guess you could say lazy. I got lazy with it, apparently. But now I just pick it up, I start playing something, or if there's a song that I don't know, I'll have the computer play it, and then I'll play along with it and figure it out. That kind of stuff. MPN, how do you do? Mike. I'm going to say Mike instead of MPN.
Sure.
So for
Wow,
those of you
it's
who don't know, Mike is his name.
Never my name. Practice, Lewis. I don't really practice. Well, no, I lie. I do practice my band's music. I have a playlist of my band's music that I sit and rehearse so that I don't forget it. It's prog rock, so you have to count while you're playing. It's doing math while you're playing music, and it's not all that complicated, but it is for me. So I have to keep practicing it, or else I'll get to rehearsal and forget nearly everything. I have to get it under my fingers and keep playing it at least once a week. I got to sit down and go through our whole set and then go to practice and practice it with the guys, where I have an entirely different rig with different pedals and different amp and everything. I'd love to be able to talk about it.
Go ahead.
But well, I can tell you it's a 5153 6L6 50-watt head with two 2x12 cabinets. So it's almost a 4x12, but it's two separate
Technically
cabinets.
It is.
Yeah. And then I run a Wampler Pinnacle on that when I'm not using the amp distortion. I usually only play on the blue channel. I have one song where I jump to the red channel for the entire song. But there's really not, at least not yet, there's really not many guitar solos or anything like that, so I don't necessarily have to raise up my volume or anything. Just if I feel like I want a little more gain, then I'll jump on the red channel. So it's not set up crazy or anything like that, but it is cool. It does sound good. Morley wah pedal. I've got a Phase 90 on that rig. I've got a Boss delay pedal on that rig, and another one of these, an Eventide. It's not a harmonizer, but it's that little Eventide box that does the same thing. It's supposed to give you that wet, dry, wet sound, and it does. It makes the sound shimmer and sparkle when it's clean, and even when it's dirty too. It adds a little bit to it. So those are just some of the things I use on my other rig.
You need an actual volume pedal.
Yeah. Well, that would be the fourth rocker pedal, because there's the wah pedal. Then I've got, which I forgot to mention, I've got the whammy pedal. Then I've got a roto vibe, and then a volume pedal would be number 4. I'm running out of room.
What you need to do is get a volume pedal, then go back and get one of those 1970s Bigfoot pedal that you people used to put on the gas pedal.
Yeah.
Do that
yeah,
to
yeah.
it, so there's your volume. Just
Rat.
so, yeah. Whenever I hear that, I picture that girl walking down the street in the end with the Stratocaster around her back.
Yeah.
That's like the best part of the video.
Way cool Junior. Yeah.
Yeah, so I figured I would surprise you with the if you want to be on the record or recording, you're more than welcome to be.
I'm honored. I will gladly be, as long as if I
thank
can
you.
make it work.
Good.
If I
there
can make
you
it
go.
work, that's
Yeah,
That's
it,
cool.
it was funny because I was playing this. And I'm like, I like this, and I go from there to end up going to a G. Then when I came back to it, it's like it just didn't fit. Going down, it worked fine. Coming back, it didn't work. I was missing something, and that's
Yeah.
when I sent it to him. I was like, hey, here you go. What can you do with it? And I explained. I sent it. It was like a 2-minute video. I think I sent it. I just set the camera up on the stage here or on the desk. And I was sitting right here playing and just filming it from the front of the camera, and sent it to him. And after I listened to it, it was like you heard the acoustic strings more than you actually heard the amp coming through the speakers because I had it turned down. I didn't even realize that.
yeah.
But what surprised me about it when he first listened to it, he said that's very Lynchage, very George Lynch thing. I was like, yes, that's good.
Cool. Searching for tone. What's up, bro? The gem.
Signed by
Signed by Mr. Steve Vai. Right
Right
there.
there.
It's upside down, but you can see it's signed by Mr. Steve
it.
Vai.
It was funny because when he sent that to me, I was scared to death putting it on the bench that I was going to end up somehow erasing the signature.
I forgot about the sticker. We want the cats. And this is Phil. My biological father's name was Phil, and he's the one who gave me this guitar. So I put his name on it and a couple other dates that mean something to me,
That's
so I
pretty
don't
cool.
forget them.
Robin Crosby's underrated guitars. Yes.
Yes.
And there was a special on Rat, and they showed him right before he died in the studio when they were working on another album. And it had Robin, he was playing to some of the songs, and it was showing Steven sitting there going,
Ah,
and Juan was like, all the guy wanted was to be on the record, and Steven wouldn't let that happen. Then he died. Robin died not long after that.
was his playing suffering or what?
To me, it sounded okay,
Ah,
but they only showed like a minute of it. So for all I know, they could have picked the very best thing he did and showed that. But it showed
Yeah.
him in the studio with them, and he was playing, and Steven just sitting there going, like, you could look, just the look on his face, like, no way.
Hmm.
Oh, you saw that, Matt? Okay. So, am I correct in what I'm saying? I thought what he played sounded okay. I didn't see a problem with it, but again, they played just one little bit out of it. God knows how much he was trying to record. So, and we all know when it ends up for anything for TV, everything gets
bloated.
good and bad get enhanced, for viewers. But yeah, and I it truly felt the bass player Juan. He actually, from that part of the interview with him, it truly bothered him that, you know, the Robin didn't get to be on that record. When it's like, he's like, that's all the man wanted, you know, because he'd
Yeah.
lost everything. He had no money, sold all his guitars. He was dying of AIDS. And, you know, that was like, he didn't really start Mickey Rat or Rat because Jakey Lee was there first. And Jakey Lee was actually the guitar player. Then they brought Robin in.
Oh,
And that's
wow.
when that's when Jake quit, because he said when Robin came in, everything changed. And then they hired Warren.
Yeah.
And Warren and Jake lived in an apartment together. So
That's right. I remember that. Yeah.
So it's you know, all those bands from the '80s, somehow they're all connected. You know, at some point in time, they all played on stage together with somebody. Yeah, that's true. I forgot all about that. When the drugs, because he was like, from what they were saying, nobody knew he was messed up because he didn't do it in front of them. The drug part, you know, the drinking, yeah, but he would like go away and shoot up, then come back. And then, yeah, that's right, Matt, I forgot about that. In Japan, the last tour he was on with them, you know, he was grabbing the wrong guitars that were in different tune and trying to play the harmony solos with Warren, and it just sounded terrible.
Oh,
I
bet.
mean, it was. I mean, even though he was playing the right notes, it was the wrong guitar, tuned wrong. Yeah, he was making a bunch of mistakes like that, and it was all because of the drugs.
Yeah.
And that is, by the way, supposedly how he caught AIDS is from a dirty needle. So
That sucks.
yeah, it was. I thought Rat.
We have King V.
Yeah, that's where that came from.
Right.
Because he
was,
had, you know, he was what, 6'5", 230 pounds, 240, and when he picked up the Rhodes, you know, like the Concorde style, it looked like a toy on him. And
yeah.
I think that he's the reason that they made the King V, because his nickname was the King.
Sure. Yeah. And that's why the what is it called? The WA 129 Wolfgang's guitar. That body is big. That's a big guitar.
Is it?
Yeah, because he's a big boy. He needs something that would, you know, complement his size. And that certainly does it. It's big on me. They had one at my Guitar Center. I just stopped in there for no reason whatsoever, and
Come on,
found
there's always a reason.
All right, I was looking for a new one of these.
There you go.
I was gonna put it on my car. It's made out of metal. There's some kind of, like, it's a metal thing.
Cool.
I had it on the guitar, and I took it off, but all the sticky stuff stayed on the guitar, and it got all bent up. So now I just kind of hang it around.
Yeah, Lewis, I remember that too. That, and plus when he got there, you know, everything was made for 6 foot or less, and he's 6'5", and it was like, because I think he even said something about the bed, his feet were hanging off the beds, and all kind of stuff there. So, oh well, it happens.
Yeah.
Rack Ron, hello. But wait a minute. I do want to. There it is.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank Bay Area Rich for the strap.
That's awesome.
And there's Carl's signature on the back. Right there. but it's got the Fender hardware, which is what it was, and it was a combination Fender, then Gibson with the knob layout, then the
Yeah.
switches up here. On the original Concorde, he had to switch up here.
Yep. Now, how does the trem attach?
Same way.
What do you mean same way? Is it
It's-
6 screws
This
or
is
is it?
6 point, yeah. His was originally a 6 point, yep.
It originally was a 6 point, and one of the techs at the show said, "Give me that guitar. I'll show you how to fix it." And he cut a V into it. He cut a V into the.
That was he's the guy, and he's like head of Gibson now, or
Yeah, I
Fender.
can't.
I don't remember. But yeah, because it was going out of tune.
Right.
And when I ordered that one, it was like, "Oh, you want the Floyd?" And everything. I said, "No, I want it exact replica of what he had." And I can't think of the guy's name. I know what you're talking about, but he did it, and he said he was like 18 or 19 at that time when he did that, and he basically took, I think, 4 of the screws out of it, and cut the V, and he basically made the 2-point version, kind
Yeah.
of, as
Yeah,
much
yeah.
as you can without drilling a hole. I mean, he did it all before the show.
Right.
And then Randy went and played, and he's like, "Wow, it stayed in tune, a lot night." Because a lot of people don't know. Right after Randy got that guitar, he broke the headstock on it.
Oh, did he?
Broke the headstock off and took it back to Carl, and Carl fixed it.
Huh. And that's something.
So I mean, I don't think it was very old. I think he had it less than a month when that happened. But I remember seeing an interview with Carl where he said when Randy came to the house to talk about it and to basically order it, Carl said he had a old acoustic. I don't remember what kind it was now, sitting in the corner with the action real high and everything. He said, and Randy picked it up, started playing it. He's like, "Mind if I play it?" And he said, "No, go ahead." While we were figuring out this guitar, he said, and I never heard that old acoustic sound that good ever before that or ever since, and it wasn't set up or nothing. He said Randy was just, he had, when he had it in his hands, it became part of him no matter what it was.
Yeah.
So
Hey, could it have been Jim DeCola?
yes, that's it. That's who it was. Yeah, I think he said he was like only 18 or something when that happened. And they called him, said, "Hey, come back. Yeah, come over here. What can you do for this?" But the part that amazes me is basically completely changed it, 2 hours before the show.
That's scary shit,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, that's like you go out there, hit the tremolo bar, and the tremolo flies off. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's who it is. And, yeah, that took a lot of guts from Jim to do it, and a lot of trust for Randy to let it happen, just a couple hours before he's going to be in front of 25,000 people playing it.
Yeah.
I think he worked on the Concorde too then. He did the black and white one first, the polka dot first. Then he handed it to Randy, and Randy was playing it like, "Yeah, that's it. Excuse me. So then I think he also did the same thing to the white Concorde, because again, the white Concorde had Fender Strat trem, Fender tuners, then the Gibson pots and layout, so because that's what he was used to with the Les Paul.
And Randy also played with heavier strings.
11s?
At
I
least.
think I heard 11s before, but I do know he used Fender medium picks. And that's all I've ever really used, because that's what my dad used. So when I started playing this guitar that is, well, mine now, but it was my father's. This is a 1959 Les Paul Jr. that he bought new. And it's, it's got marks on it. You can tell it's old. But Dad always had Fender medium picks. So I'd grab the guitar and start playing, and he'd hand me a pick. So I grew up on Fender mediums, and that's what I use to this day. Although, I want to thank Barry or Rich, because after I had my stroke, the very tip of this finger and the tip of my thumb is still numb. So when I'm holding a pick, it's like the pick just flies out, and I don't even realize it half the time. So Rich had sent me some picks, different kinds.
Oh yeah. You got one of those.
I'm trying to get used to them. Yeah, because they got a better grip. Well, that one's even a different one than this one. This one's got like that thing in the middle, not the hole, but the part around it. That's actually like a rubber grip.
Okay.
So this one, if I can get used to it, this is the best one so far. So Barry or Rich, if you ever end up watch this tonight or later or whatever, thank you. But yeah, for most of my life, I used Fender mediums. And everybody's like, oh, you're doing it because Randy. No, I did it because my dad did it.
Lewis, I use 10s on all my Strats. Any guitar that has a typical Strat tremolo, I use 10s. But my Floyds, they all get 9s.
Yeah, I put 9s. Although a couple of the let's see, the red crackle, and the rainbow crackle. I have the I still say Diodario because it's D apostrophe capital A D, so Diodario. The 9.5s on those. All the other ones have 9s, and I just tried the 9.5 to see if I'd like it, and it really, for what I'm doing, I don't notice that much of a difference.
Sure.
But so that's what's on pretty much everything is 9s. 9 with those
the
two
only one
9.5, and the rest is all 9s, except for this.
Well, is that the only string in the pack that they changed? The 9 to 9.5 and left?
No, I think they're all. It's like 9.5, and then I think it's 46 or 48 low E.
Oh, okay. So they
And
bumped
then,
up.
instead of a 16 or 17, I think it's like a 18. So they kind of like moved them up. Just not. It's not really a lot to. This has a 70 or something.
Wow. Yeah.
So this is
Piano wire.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the baritone. Oh, and this has 10s on it.
There you go. Yeah. 10s will work on a telly too.
So, yeah, the 9.5, I just tried it to see what it was like. And again, for what I'm doing now, I don't notice that much of a difference. Although I did put 7 or 7.5. I don't remember now. A guy dropped the guitar off on me work on it. He brought the strings. I was scared to death tuning that to 440. I was like, I was just waiting for that last fraction of turn, ting.
Yeah.
And when I got it back to him, I said, hey, whatever you do, don't bend on that high E. You're going to bend.
I know a guy who got a hold of some 7s. He put some 7s on his Strat, and I don't know how that ever worked out for him.
Yeah, well, it's scary. If you're turning it to 440, man, you're just waiting for it to just, Although Uh, Mr. Mick, if you're still here, he sent me some parts today, and I think he included 5 or 6 sets of strings. I'll show you what he sent.
Mad Hatter with the Dean Razorback Rebel. Ernie Ball 12 through 56. That sounds good. 7s are very small. I can imagine it's very hard to feel under your fingertips after you've been playing 12s for however long, or even 10s or 9s. Ah,
I am looking forward. I'll tell you what. I love the Roadcaster. I love the Roadcaster. I really do. But I got the Roadcaster Pro, and I can hook my cell phone or any cell phone up to a Bluetooth, but it will not connect a Bluetooth headphone set to it.
ha,
And I got this stupid cord that gets tangled on everything.
yeah.
Okay, Mr. Mick sent a box of parts today for me, and he included 5 brand new packs of 9x46
Ah,
DR dragon skins.
wow.
I have never tried these before.
Long life, superior sound.
And coated quantum nickel. So these will be tried. I have used DR strings before, the dime series ones. I've never even heard of these ones. Peggy, it don't take much to break one, trust me. Yeah, it does not. When you got a 7, I mean, you can almost heat it up. Well, you could heat it up and slice through pizza and styrofoam with it.
Styrofoam, yeah.
Blue Mox, hello, man. Yeah, this
Hey, man.
is here. Let me hold on. Let me solo, and I'll show the back of this. Coated wrapped wire. So, like I said, I've never tried these before. So we'll see what happens. Who knows? This may be my new favorite string.
You never know. I've found I like the Ernie Ball the best. Ernie Ball Super Slinkies for most of my guitars, and GHS Boomers for Strats or any other specialty guitars. I used to.
I'm the Diodario NYXL.
Yeah.
That's because they usually give me the sound I want. That's what I've been using for a long time anyhow. Prior to that, when we had the band, believe it or not, this might make you happy, I used the 5150s.
Ah, I remember that.
Because I would put them on that ESP, set that up, and it never ever went out of tune. Ever.
Well, I can understand because Super Slinkies come in a pink package, so you would never see them to pick them up.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, so, well, I just got these today. So the next one I string up will be with these. And it's 9 through 46. So that's what I usually use. Although I do 46 on some and 42 on others. So, Billy Ray, Hollow Flash Kramer. All right, you want to see it? I'll show it. Hold on.
That's rad. Look at the
And
way it shines.
I only had a little bit of silver, and the rest I put on it is the gold. But I would love to get some blue and put the blue on it also. And you can get red and green. But yeah.
That's killer.
And this is the same stuff in the 80s when you could buy these from Kramer with the hollow flash on them. It's the same stuff. This is Kramer hollow flash. I'm not just saying it because it's on a Kramer guitar. The brand of the hollow flash is Kramer hollow flash. So this is exactly what they put on the guitars 35 years ago.
Yeah.
And you can't really seal it because it kind of affects the effect of it. So, but it lays on pretty flat. And yeah, eventually it wears off, but we're talking after years of playing, and you can just put some more back on. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, gives it a different look, that's for sure. And here's the Jackson that came from Mr. Billy Ray that we marked out a couple of weeks ago, and then I routed it out, mounted Floyd, so it's good to go. The only thing I have to do is I do have to remove the nut, take a little bit off the wood, then put it back, because it's up. You look, and you can't see it, if you look right here, it's up probably double what it should be. But other than that, it's ready to go. And it's pullback. Remember, if it's decked, you're only using half of it.
Yep. That looks like the Jack Butler special.
Yeah, close. Yes, it does. It's very close.
Give it a maple neck, and you'd have it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a nice guitar. So thank you, Billy Ray. But yeah, it's beautiful color. It's a candy apple red. And even though I love the color, like when I did that bass for that guy, I begged him that, because he's playing out. I said, if you're playing out, let's not go with the candy apple, please. No, that's what I want. That's what I want. I said, you realize if you nick it, it can't be touched up. You have to redo the whole thing. That's all fine. And then he didn't even have it a month. And it fell over and on top horn, right down into the wood. And then I get the call. I get the text. Can you fix this?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but we had to do the whole thing. Oh, I don't want to do that. I said, well, but that's why I told you. But if you can afford to have them redone again, or just afford to buy another one, then whatever. But when it comes to candy colors, that's something I would probably leave in the house instead of take on for a show, because candy colors are just literally, you can't touch them up. You got to repaint everything, the whole thing again.
Right. I just learned that about my car because some dickless piece of shit went and scratched my brand new fender and side panel, and I have to get it repaired at the garage. And the paint is it's called Bikini Pearl, and it's like a mix between blue and green, and it's kind of sparkly. So they really got to work at it to probably replace that panel and get it to blend in and everything. It's going to be a pain because of the paint, just like the candy apple.
Yep. Well, I did that Tornado. I did that. This was 1985 or 86. And I did my Tornado in candy blue. I was saying candy apple blue, but it was candy apple blue. It was candy blue.
Yeah.
And then we put it over a dark like a dark gray silver, then put the candy blue over it. So it turned it into like a dark candy. And then I had also taken all the emblems off of it and the chrome strip down the middle of the hood, did all that. And I put white walls on it and old 1950s moon hubcaps. So here it is.
Whoa.
I love that
That's
car.
a
So when my wife was 8 months pregnant with Cole, she was driving it to go to a store, grocery store, and a guy, get this is a guy who just had his arm amputated, come flying down the other side of the street and made a turn, plowed into that, got the driver's door and the back quarter panel, shoved it up over the curb took out a stop sign.
Jeez.
And like she was fine. Cole was fine because he was born with a bruise on his forehead. But when I got the car back in the body shop, new quarter panel, fixed the door, could not match that candy blue. Couldn't match it whatsoever. Had to redo the whole thing. Then I sold the car because after that it was tainted.
Have a nice meal, Hatter.
Be good, man.
I gotta take this. I'll be back.
All right. Okay. All right. While he's gone, I can tell here I can see him in the basement, the bottom here. So yeah, tonight, because I didn't have a chance to route that Bengal Tiger guitar body set between Monday and today. That's why I'm really not at the bench. And I was able to get the link working for MPN. So now we can do it and get it done right. And then, once a month, sometimes twice a month, we'll have you guys in a chat on the show. We can talk about your gear, what you use, why you use it, and how long you've been using it. Up on top of that amp, that's a poster. I don't know if the other camera picks it up. Wait a minute. Let me look. That's also from Bay Area Ridge. So thank you, sir. Probably won't. No, shows the other side. Hold on. I maybe just do this. Okay. That is the poster. Would have been tomorrow's show, 44 years ago, tomorrow's show with Ozzy, Randy, and Foreigner. So literally the day before the show, he died. And then that is a charcoal drawing my wife had commissioned an artist guy to do. And then Bay Area Rich at the license plate says Randy Rhodes. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. I am a big Randy Rhodes fan, always have been. Even back in the day, way back then. I always liked, because it was different. It wasn't as different, you're coming from the 70s music, and then you come into Eddie with the tapping and all that stuff and in the wild sounds. That was different. I'm not denying that. Randy was also just as different, but in a different way, with the classical aspect to it. And that attracted me more because I love classical music. I studied classical music as a course in college. I loved classical music. And so with him incorporating that with the metal, how could I not like it? I had tickets to see him, but he died before the show happened. So I unfortunately never got to see him live, even though he was over in Pennsylvania for a guitar clinic. And Paul Gilbert was actually at that guitar clinic. He tells stories about it, I think, on the Sweetwater YouTube page. He talks about, Randy's style, how it was different and influenced him. And he was at the, it was a guitar store in Pennsylvania that Randy had stopped by. And he did like a 2-hour guitar clinic there. And Paul was one of the ones at the show. I don't remember if he said he got his autograph or not. That I don't remember. But I do know that he saw him live there and then saw him in concert. So, but I know it was on a Sweetwater page or a YouTube video. He talks about it. So, if you get a chance, go check it out. Man, will you just shovel the food down? Cheryl, hello. So again, hey, thank you everybody. We are streaming from now on, YouTube and Twitch. So we're on both. And the way we're going to do this is, once a month at least, sometimes twice, have you guys in the show. Michael B. and I kind of set up one tonight during this show where we're going to talk about the polka dot Kramer that I routed and put a neck pickup in for him, a Night Swan. And then he's also going to do some soldering and would like me to kind of talk him through it. So we'll do that live. Mad Hatter wants to be on here. So we're going to do that. MPN will be back. He's on a phone call. And get him to play something else for you guys. So, kind of, Guitar Man, what's happening? So I'm kind of making this, I want to make it really involved with you guys in the chat and gals. Don't mean any bad things about that. But yeah, we'll do that. And like I said, the only thing I was going to work on tonight was this part because I'm going to change pickups in it. But then I thought we got the link working for MPN, and I thought, well, instead of just tearing this apart, I'd much rather get the other body routed, then we'll go putting that back together on the next show, and then maybe get into this later on. But again, we got ended up getting him on. So we're gonna do, mostly it's guitar repair, setup repair, whatever. As soon as the paint booth is ready, and get this, Monday, I don't know. Monday, I think it was 71 or 72. And then we had 3 inches of snow. Then it went to 29. Now today it went to 46. So Ohio weather is very hard this time of year, very hard to predict. So I think we're going to go straight from winter into summer and skip spring altogether. So, but when the paint booth is done, because of the filtration system that thing has, and it's a professional paint booth, not a home built one, I'll be able now to put a camera out there on a tripod behind me, and the table I use is the guitar spins around this way and this way. So the camera will catch all of it, and I'll show you how I'm doing the painting, the clear coating, even if I do another Cosmos style, I'll show you how I do the mica powder, the glitter, and all that stuff. So I'm going to show everything. Like, again, nothing to hide. Just show how I do it. Answer any questions. So we'll be building guitars, painting guitars, fixing guitars, setting up guitars, and shows with you guys in the chat. And then also, I would like to get other guitar repair techs or luthiers on the show, where we literally do a show and they have something to work on. Have them work on it on the show if they want to. If not, you guys can shoot questions at them. We'll all go from there. I mean, it's just basically the learning. Let's learn, let's teach. I'll learn stuff. You guys can learn stuff. Everything. So, back and forth thing here. And that's what I'm hoping to turn this into. And I just hope it grows. I did put, now I don't know if it's on this or not. My only real rule is no chatting about politics or religion, because there's nobody ever wins those arguments and just turns into arguments. So we're just going to forget about that and work on guitars. Hey, Ryan. Wait a minute, hold on. I saw, wait a minute. Hold on, Derek. And welcome to the show, by the way. Why can't I get that? There we go. Ah, Skyline Chili. No. I've had Skyline Chili a couple times, and I don't care for it. And for those of you who don't know what it is, it's basically chili over spaghetti. You can get it with or without the beans in it. It's okay to have once or maybe twice, then that's about it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of that. Actually, believe it or not, I'm a better fan of, even though I haven't had any in years, is White Castle. Because White Castle has a weird taste to it. But you get the White Castle, and then at some point in time, years later or months later, all of a sudden you just get a craving for it again. I've never had another craving for Skyline Chili. But being in this area, I'm only literally 50 minutes away from downtown Pittsburgh. So Primanti Brothers is a Pennsylvania staple, which they are now opening stores, restaurants in other states. There's one in Florida, I think one over in Maryland. It's called Primanti Brothers, and it started on a strip in Pittsburgh. And there's also another Pennsylvania staple called Burgatory. Oh my God, best hamburgers I ever had. Primanti Brothers, you can get, I'll show you a photo here. Primanti Brothers started out downtown on the strip section, which was a bunch of restaurants and truckers. Primanti started in 1933, same year as the Steelers, by the way. Let's see. And what they did, there was basically truckers would swing by, then get their lunch, and then eat and leave. But what happened was, as the trucking industry started growing and the lines got longer, what had happened is truckers didn't have time to sit and wait for everything to be fixed. So what Primanti started doing was stacking everything on the sandwich. So you got whatever meat you wanted, your French fries, whatever toppings you wanted, and coleslaw slapped on homemade Italian bread. All one sandwich. And it become an overnight sensation, actually. And I got photos somewhere, because there's one opened up here about 15 minutes from me. But they are based out of Pittsburgh, and they are starting to grow. Burgatory is only in Pittsburgh. Well, here's a Burgatory burger. They give you a card when you come in, and you fill it out with what you want on it, how you want it, and everything. And then you just put your name on it, or whatever name you want. And I always wrote R. Rhodes on it. Well, I cannot find the Permane Brothers, which is weird. Usually I find that and not the Burgatory one. Well, wait a minute. I can't do this, I think. Hold on. Hold on here. Let me look. There we go. Okay, let me see if I can share this screen. Hold on, let me share the screen here. Oh, MPN's back too. Hold on. Let me add. Oh, hold on.
No, go ahead. Share your screen.
All right, there's the Permane Brothers. And right there is their sandwiches. I get the one called the Big Don, or the Big Boss.
The Big Dong?
And it's got everything. Now, they are big. I mean, they're literally, your fingers are stretched out completely to hold that thing. Let's see, let's see. Catering. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. Menu. Show the menu. Wheeling, that's the one. That's the one that's right here by me. There you go. I used to get the Angus sirloin steak or the capicola. There is, well, there's the Pittsburgher. So yeah, they got all kind of sandwiches up there. There. Okay.
There it is.
All right, hold on. All right. Now I gotta go back over here. Hold on.
Oh, can I click on that and order this?
I don't know.
Oh.
There's not one over by you?
Permane Brothers? I don't think so.
Yeah, I used to get the Angus sirloin or the capicola, but now I don't even see it on here because it's a newer one called the Big Boss. Oh, the Dawn. There it is. Oh, let me. Oh, why does it keep going to that? I don't care about that. So that's it, the Dawn. Can I make that bigger? No. So, but yeah, you got your whatever you want. It's all on the one thing. Fries are there, coleslaw, tomatoes, all the different meats. So, their story. It's a Primanti Brothers. There you go. Great place. Yeah, we'll play this.
It's a tradition born on the streets of Pittsburgh, forged like steel in the hours after midnight, and passed from father to son, friend to friend, and sister to sister. To hold an almost famous Primanti Brothers sandwich in your hand is to hold history. It's passionate fans, decades of rich tradition, and a family of employees.
Our sandwich are known for coastline fries.
Primanti Brothers has fans obsessed.
Let's keep the Primanti Brothers tradition alive and well.
From the biggest celebrities
Primanti Brothers. When you're a kid growing up, your dad takes you there when you're of the right age. This is your birthright. Eat the sandwich!
So it's like you're eating a hamburger and fries in one bite. It's like you just jam it all in your face at once. It's a really good sandwich.
I love it. You can't take small bites with a sandwich the size of a Winnebago.
to the most influential musical acts.
Big shout out to Primanti.
To professional athletes.
Really good.
And to everyday fans around the country.
Downtown Pittsburgh right there.
It may have started in 1933 during the Great Depression, but with more than 40 restaurants in 6 states and an ever-expanding
Ohio,
footprint,
Pennsylvania,
Primanti
West
Brothers
Virginia.
is recognized all over the world as having the best sandwiches ever made. 2 thick slices of Italian.
All right, so there you go. That's Primanti Brothers.
Still playing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get. There we go.
Now it's gone. Ryan Hall. What's up, brother? This is your Guitar Man 45. Billy Ray's here. Rich, I saw Rich is in here.
Hey, Rich. Yeah, Rich, next time you come to Ohio, I'm taking you there. I'll take you and your wife to Primanti's, and you can get the biggest burger there. So we'll go there. Ryan, I'm
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that interruption. That was my baby sister calling. I had to talk to her.
Oh, that's fine. No problem. So, MPN, you want to play a little bit more?
Oh, I don't know.
Go ahead. Pick one and play one. I'll solo you there. Yeah, but Rich, be prepared. I'm taking you there. I'll take you both there. Oh, and he's going to play the Cosmo Kramer.
Of course I am. On this show. Wait, let me do that again. I like calling spaceships. How's that?
There you go. And for those of you who didn't see, you show the headstock again. He didn't want the Kramer logo back up there. He wanted me to put his call sign.
MPN 5150.
There you go. Actually, that guitar turned out so nice.
It did turn out nice, and I get awesome compliments everywhere I go with it.
Cool.
Everybody who has seen it has said that's crazy cool looking.
Well, again, that's the first time I ever worked with mica powder and glitter. I mean, I've sprayed the glittery the paints before. It was already mixed in, you know, the metallic, but with the big glitter. But this is the first time I ever, this is the first time I ever had a black base, then literally threw the individual colors on it. So I just wish I'd have put red on the front. I think there's, a little bit down there at the bottom on that little horn, but I did most of it on the back. But the whole conception of that guitar was looking at like the James Webb telescope photos or the Hubble. And then obviously because it was a Kramer, it became the Cosmo Kramer.
Cosmo Kramer. That's it, I'm out.
Which is, I wanted to put that on the front of the headstock. He didn't want it up there for that. But that's all right. I put it on the back. Thank you, Jim. So there you go. But it turned out really, I was scared to death when I did that. When I literally, I had the black gloves on. I was pouring the colored powder in my hand and basically just throwing it on the guitar. So I had...
He had the level 5 hazmat suit on.
There's just no... I could never replicate it. It's kind of like a crackle finish. You can never replicate. I mean, I can do the same kind of stuff, but it'll never look identical. So there you go. It turned out, and I did. He's got a certificate of authenticity. That's 1 of 1. So, and you don't feel the metal flake anywhere. The glitter.
No, it's completely smooth. Ooh. Completely smooth.
So, there you go. Ah. Let's see. Trying to see if I
Thank
can
you.
add. Yeah, Peggy. I mean, like I said, I could use the same colors and everything, but it'll never lay out identical. So each one is a one-off of that particular paint style. Same way with the crackle. I can have two guitars identical, same color, put the same crackle on it, and they will not be the same. The odds would, if I did that, put it this way, if I had 2 guitars and painted them both at the same time with the crackle paint and they turned out almost identical, I would go play the lottery that day.
Yeah.
Because that's about the odds you'd have right there. So do you guys have any more questions for me or MPN? The next one of these shows apparently is going to be with Michael B, and we're going to go the next chat guest. Well, you know what? Let's come up with a name for this. When I do a show like this and we have someone in the chat that's going to be the guest for the night, what should we name the show? You guys come up with the name. Go ahead and type it in the chat if you want to, or email it to me. So we'll do one with Michael B next, talking about his Night Swan Kramer. But we need to come up with a cool name for this type of show. And I'm hoping I'm going tomorrow to wire that switch up in the giveaway guitar. And so this weekend I'll have the Bengal guitar routed out. So anyone wants to guess a name? Peggy, come on, guess a name. Make up a name. Hey, there you go. Community Spotlight. Now, I don't know how to add the poll and all that stuff, so. Okay. Well, come up with ideas and we'll think about it, and then that's what we'll call it. And at least one show a month will be like this. Maybe a couple, every now and then we'll have 2 a month. That way. It all depends on what I have to work on. Depending, if we'll do 2 or more. When I get customers' guitars in, I'll do those live or do some videos on them too, post the videos. But on my own guitars, but like they're all pretty much done now, so I don't want to just start over.
That's where I'm at with my RCs. Until I get them out on the track and break them, I got no work to do.
Ryan Hall on chat with Ron. Okay, yeah, you guys come up with open mic night. There you go.
Open mic night.
Open chat night or open chat mic.
Workbench chat.
Pit crew. There you go. That'd be a good one for you, MPN, with your remote control car. Started training on that and have your pit crew chat.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll do it. And like I said, I'm just coming up with things to do here and ways to do it. And again, I want to show you guys how to do stuff, and I want you guys to show me how to do it. So we're all gonna learn. I'll learn, you'll learn. Everybody learns. We're all happy.
Yeah.
And again, we are.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, no problem.
It's been fun. It was unexpected. A surprise, but fun.
I mean, because we tried Monday and it wouldn't work.
Right.
So I figured let's do it tonight, see if we can get it. But trying to figure it out before the show started helped. So.
Yeah.
So, with that, we'll go another 5 minutes, and it'll be this, 2-hour short show tonight. Not my normal 4 hours. But, there you go. Yeah, and you are, tell them what you're playing through again.
What I'm playing through, just my Cosmo Kramer is going through an MXR 5150 overdrive pedal into my Vibreverb, that's the brown amp, and then my Super Reverb, which is below. That one has 410s in it and is a 40 watt amp. The Vibreverb has 210s and is a 30 watt amp.
Which one do you like the best?
The Super. If I had to take one out to really, put out a good tone, it would be the Super. The Vibreverb is a little bit more of an acquired taste. It's got more mid, and it's a little funky sounding. But I still, living in this place, have not been able to turn the volume up past 1.5 or 2 to hear the thing, blow like it's supposed to. And that's why I don't have a Plexi either. That's why I don't have any Marshalls or nothing like that, because I can't turn them up. I got nowhere where I can turn them up. Yeah, I could. I'd have the cops here in about 12 seconds. But, that's the way it goes. They're just lucky I'm not a drummer. Thank you, Ryan.
But with that, we like that metal show. Mike, take us out.
Oh. My wireless died.
Uh-oh. Oh, well.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
I got nothing.
Welcome
Okay,
to the
we'll
real
see ya.
world. All right,
see all
everybody.
that.
With that,
On.
we will, I'll be back in 2 hours, talk about the giveaway guitar, and then if I get that, Saturday for sure I'll be on, because I'll have that guitar routed by then. But tomorrow I just don't know how long it's going to be wiring up that switch with 28 connections around the switch. So, all right, everybody. With that, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. And as Dio says, you're the greatest stars, biggest stars in the world. And Ozzy would say, I love you all. Shad. All right. Good night, everybody.
See ya.